Well,
Uh,
I was gonna say, like, well, transitioning into some other, you know, crazy news topics. We have a giant caravan of people that are making their way to the U.S. border.
yes, and it's not as packed with women and children as we're led to believe. I mean, I've seen the images of the caravan, and it's mostly men. It's mostly like military age, like men.
Pretty much.
And it's like, and and the idea that this caravan is coming to uh, for these people to claim asylum or whatever. Like, I'm just not buying it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go like too crazy on. Like, there's a lot of people that go a little bit crazy on the conspiracy theories, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't buy the whole oh, we're just freedom, people seeking for freedom and liberty and all this other stuff. It's like I don't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, if they're really trying to get to the United States because they're so badly treated by their home government, whatever, then why the hell they're flying their home country's flag and not America's flag?
Yeah, at least like have some sort of like semblance that you
It's
of
like,
like
yeah,
love for
we're
the
coming to
country.
America for opportunities, but we're gonna fly the Honduran flag.
It's like, hey, yeah, you can be a you know proud of Honduras, but like maybe
Yeah, but I mean, how great is it really if you're picking up you pick picking up your lives and trying to come to America? How great is it really? Just between us, you can level with me. How great is Honduras?
yeah, it's not better than here.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like, here's the thing, like, if because the left is constantly saying how awful America is, and how, like, cops are killing black and brown people, and we're America's like so racist and and sexist and patriarchal and all that they make it out to be like some sort of hellscape. Why is this caravan coming then?
Yeah,
It's just like, if America is as bad as you say, why do people keep coming in droves to this country?
yeah, and the thing that we also have to make note of is that this isn't like we're not like anti-immigrant. Obviously, like that's stupid. That's
No,
what
of
the
course not. Come, but come the right way. Get in
yeah.
line.
There's so many people that did everything to they liked what America has to offer. They worked hard. They did things the right way. They didn't cheat the system. And if anything, I think that people who've come to this country legally, I would be so furious um, with what these people are trying to do, because it's like you can't just let these bastards in just because they have a sad tale to tell. It's come on.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean, yeah, because I always give this analogy. Say you're at In-N-Out, and then there's a
mhm.
line, and you get in that line, but then all of a sudden someone comes in and they jump you in the line. You know, is that fair? So I
Hell
don't
no.
I don't think so. And then again, let's use that same analogy. You go to In-N-Out, you're in line, and then you get to the front of the line, and then someone comes in and just and goes in front of you again. That's not right. And then again, like, you go to In-N-Out, you wait in line, you get to the counter, you order your food, and then someone comes in and then comes and takes your food and walks away.
Yeah, that's
That's essentially what's happening when when people like try to come and do like these stunts and and say that they want asylum or whatever, they want to be considered refugees. And it's just like, well, what about the person who's been waiting for like 5 years, and filled out all the paperwork and paid all the fine, all the fees and whatever, and took the test and did the interview.
yeah.
It's not fair to them. And like a lot of the left they say that they want equality, they say they want balance, they say they want justice, but they don't want to be fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
we could have all those things, but we still have to be fair. And the person who took the time to fill out all the paperwork, pay all the fees, and do everything the right way, they deserve the spot in this country before sad little Paco and his family, who walked an absurd amount, an absurd distance, because like the caravan supposedly is left like just like a week and a half ago, but then they're gonna make it all the way up here in time for election day.
yeah, not
Yeah, like, and
seems a
that's like
little.
it's like from Honduras to like the closest point, border access point on the border is still like a good like over 1,000 miles away.
That is quite a trek.
That
That
yeah,
took Western settlers about what, like 6 months to like a year to do in their
yeah, and they're
horse-drawn
covered
wagons.
wagons and shit.
And you usually had a whole new family by the time you arrived.
Right, I know, like right, yeah, their kids, had kids.
Yeah, it just, oh my gosh, it just seems a little too ridiculous.
Yeah,
So something a little bit more is going on, kind of beneath it all.
yeah, it's not
It's not
natural. It's
just.
not natural. Like if you heard about this, I mean, we've heard about a couple of different caravans now, but this latest one is from Honduras. The other one I think was from Guatemala.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if like if we were to believe that this is completely spontaneous happening, then we would have heard about this caravan like a few months ago, not just a week and a half ago.
right.
We would have heard stories about a caravan making it, slowly but surely making its way up toward, through Mexico. And not again, why is Mexico allowing this, their borders to be transgressed? You know, um, I don't know. Maybe they're thinking that, well, as long as they're not planning on, living here, then yeah, we'll allow, a few thousand migrants to, you know, run across
Yeah,
our backyard just to get into America.
yeah. Well, I think we made the right choice, and it's like, okay, well, all the aid that we've been sending you guys, that's
Oh
gone.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Trump put him on blast. Hey, Honduras, get your shit together, or we're gonna pull your yearly aid that we give you.
Yeah, and it's the other thing too is
Like, yeah,
well, now
if it's
we're
not
also.
enough, why do we? Your people are coming up to us, then why are we paying you aid?
And now we are going to be sending troops to the border as well to kind of safeguard against this group.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm kind of glad that we're finally doing something to give us some sort of border control, because it's, like I said, it's a little, it's gone way out of control. And we're not. we're not rich uncle money bags for the everybody. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love that our country is founded on people who decided to drop everything, leave their home, and chase an idea. The idea of liberty and freedom of what we stand for, because we're not a nation of people. It's a nation that has decided to buy into an idea, and we all work towards that idea together. That's not no country in the history of the world has done that, and
Right. Because yeah,
and so
there's all countries in the history of planet Earth have always been race based. You know, but America is unique in that it's the first country to be based on principles, values, as opposed to blood or ethnicity.
right, and that's what people were like, oh, cool, let's try this, and that's how like we're able to build the foundations of this. And what's happened, and everyone's oh, it's so sad, and all, and they want to cry these fake crocodile tears that they, because they don't actually care about these people, for one.
Mm-hmm.
um but then the fact is, like, but that's not what this group is doing. Yeah, they might not have guns or anything like that, but they are working to exploit what, because they think of us as a joke, and it's like, oh well, America has all this stuff, and maybe not all of us will make it, but some of us will, and we'll just reap all these benefits that we don't deserve, and we'll just cut everybody in line. And yeah, and I for one am tired of it. And
Agreed.
the other disgusting thing about this is, there's a lot of human trafficking that's going on through these things. A lot of disgusting animals that are preying on children and women and children,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially, I mean, they're essentially held hostage, and they're going to be sold into some sort of like sex slavery or whatever else. And by us finally, you know, protecting our borders, we're starting to make some sort of dent in just that disgusting industry that is from down in South and Central America.
Mm-hmm.
But no one talks about that, because they look at a sad tale, and buy some magic beans, and they think, oh well, we care, and and they try to misuse Bible quotes and all this other stuff to
Oh yeah.
make us feel terrible, and it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. 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 Like they take the one like about the immigrant, but it's like that's not really the right wording for it, because I'm like, at least in some of the translations I've seen, is it's the sojourn, and if you look up the definition of the word sojourn, it means someone who is in a different country that's not his own for a short time.
Yeah,
Not someone that relocates. That's different from an immigrant.
right.
And if words are important, they're important to me, because I like words. I try to use as precise language as I possibly can, um,
Yeah,
to express myself, and to express myself accurately. And the idea that they're gonna change like that word, the meaning of that word, or even change the word entirely, like sojourn, which meant just someone who is temporarily in your temporarily in a country, to immigrant, which means someone who migrates from one country to another.
yeah. uh and it's but yeah,
And again,
it's
yeah, and again, like this like weaponized like empathy or compassion. It's just I'm just so tired of it, because they're constantly saying like, oh, you don't care, you don't like, so you don't care, you're an evil person. It's like, no, but I mean, there's like millions of people on the street in this, living on the street, in this country. There are, million, and then from those millions, there's like, thousands upon thousands of people who are addicted to drugs. And then and then within that group, there's there's people with real psychiatric disorders and things like that. So why are we not taking care of them? Looking inward, and instead we're looking outward and saying that we have to take care of all of these poor, unfortunate individual people. Like when we have when we have unfortunate people in our country already who are U.S. citizens.
Yeah, and then when
It's like, where's your compassion for them? Where's your empathy for them?
would, right. Well, I mean, the government kind of stands in the way of being able to give us any tools to to use to help get these people the help that they need.
Yeah, I mean, like in LA alone, they shut down all the government-run facilities, like the mental institutions and things like that. And that's why there's like such a big, there's been such a big surge in the homeless population, within the last like 5 years.
Yeah,
I mean, and we all see it. We see the encampments, we see the tents, we see the we see the shit like on the streets.
Yeah,
like where's your compassion for them? Well, where is your empathy for them? Where is your rallying cry to help these people?
Yeah, it's nowhere to be found because the thing is they don't care about the people that are coming up from wherever the hell they're coming from, whether it be Honduras or Guatemala or wherever these
Central America or whatever.
Yeah, they don't care about those people. All they care about is like, oh, well, we can turn these into Democrat votes. They don't care about the homeless situation, even though they claim to have all this compassion and empathy that they don't have, because they continually throw out policies and stuff that stand in the way of people who act in a charitable way to be able to get them the help that they need. And they cry all these crocodile tears when they don't give a damn. They don't.
No, they don't. And it's really maddening, And I don't mean like crazy, but like really just like enraging that they keep like saying like, oh, you guys, you have no sympathy, you have no compassion. It's like I have tons of that crap. All right, but I have it for people who rightfully deserve it. People who are citizens of this country and their government, who supposedly was supposed to take care of them, who said like, oh, we're the compassionate ones. He's like, we'll take care of you, but they kick them to the curb, and then they and in turn they're embracing this entirely new group of people. Until they've fulfilled their purpose, which is to keep them in power. And that is what's gross. That is what's evil. That is what is maddening to me.
He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.